Yo, 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 yo. What's good with it? It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Reporting live from the Dogon. Each one teach one, peace and love. Each one teach one, peace and love. Yeah, this is a session of Mac Minutes. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Subscribe to the YouTube channel 82 Kings. Follow the movement on Instagram at MacTV_82. Peace and love. But real quick, session of Mac Minutes. That's why you here. We're in the midst of the Eastern Conference. Well, not just the Eastern Conference. We're in the midst of the NBA playoffs. LeBron and the Lakers had to go home. Suns knocked them out. So salute to all the LeBron and Laker haters. And even the Laker fans that hate LeBron so much, they'd rather see the Lakers lose than win. Yeah, salute to all y'all. But real quick, on the Eastern Conference side of things, the Boston Celtics just were eliminated by the Brooklyn Nets. As you know, the Brooklyn Nets are part of a three-headed juggernaut that is Harden, James Harden, Kyrie Irving, Kevin Durant. How I see it, the Nets are probably going to win this whole thing. But yeah, the Nets just knocked out the Celtics. And at the end of the game, the elimination game that the Nets won, Kyrie Irving went to the center of the TD Garden and he stomped on Lucky. Lucky being the mascot for the Boston Celtics. He stomped on Lucky and dragged his foot over his face. To me, it wasn't a big deal, but to the Celtic faithful, I get it. You're loyal to your team. That's your squad. KG had a lot to say. Said what Kyrie did was disrespectful. It was done in bad taste. How was that? How did they just let that happen? Blah blah blah. Glenn Davis though, Big Baby, his remarks about it. He felt like when Kyrie did that, he disrespected the organization. That he also disrespected everybody that played for the Boston Celtics, past, present. And my thing is, I get it from the extent of having team loyalty, but so I understand why KG was upset. I understand why Big Baby was upset. I understand why the Celtics faithful were vexed. I get it. But in the bigger scope of things, mind you, Kyrie has been called all types of names through this whole playoff series. The Celtics, and I understand the Celtics fans, they also felt like, well, Kyrie was going to build something in Boston, but he left and he went somewhere else, and he was a cancer to the team supposedly. I don't know. So they already, just with all that being said, they already had a disposition towards Kyrie. But in the bigger scope of things, man, like I said, Kyrie has been disrespected verbally in a lot of ways. They were cussing him out during this whole playoff series, and the disrespect culminated in a guy named 21-year-old Massachusetts resident named Cole Buckley, who threw a bottle of water at Kyrie as he was leaving. Like, you can't villainize Kyrie for doing what he did. The guy's name is Cole Buckley. He's going to be arraigned this next week, Tuesday, on charges of assault and battery with the dangerous object. So yeah, I hope he does get prosecuted. The guy Cole Buckley, supposedly he's been banned from TD Garden indefinitely. So yeah, and ironically he had a KG jersey on. But anyone who knows the history of Boston, Boston has a lot of history. My introduction to Boston was basically through Gangstar. Hearing about, the things that Guru would say about Boston, hearing about the Boston Celtics and the glory of that empire, just hearing about what are some of the neighborhoods? Mattapan. There's another neighborhood. What is the name of Roxbury? Like, you hear about Boston. Boston has a lot of history, has a rich history, but Martin Luther King actually went to Boston University, I think, for his graduate studies. And he would talk about the racism he experienced in Boston. And different people I know that lived in Boston, and that either lived or still live there, they talk about how the racism in Boston to this very day is very palpable. Black unemployment is high there. I heard, like, as far as just liquid assets, black people are not doing well there. But I mean, that's pretty much every major city. But again, the racism there is very palpable, tangible. And I heard that you just feel it. And I've been to Boston, and I felt it. But at the same time, I feel like that, knowing the history of Boston, and MLK again was talking about the racism that he had incurred while he was there. Boston has kind of always had this. It's always been presented in the context of just, how do I say it? Like direct hatred for black people. Again, I'm not trying to crap on the city. I think it has rich history. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone, but Boston has always been represented in pop culture in context of racism. A lot of times, it's been identified, it's been carved out, or how do you say, put on front street because of its racism. Yeah, so you already have that undercurrent of racism that's there. So it's like, to hear another black man like KG and Big Baby talk about, oh, what Kyrie did was so disrespectful. It's like, come on, man. Y'all know how it is in Boston. And these fans, they probably dropped all types of N-bombs and said all types of stuff. I mean, the guy threw a bottle at Kyrie, a water bottle. Why weren't y'all vocal about that? And the fact that this is a black man doing this thing, and he's a part of the fraternal brotherhood of the NBA. Why didn't y'all speak out on his behalf? How y'all have zero tolerance for fans. Like, why didn't you check your fan base? The faithful. The faithful of the Celtic family. Why didn't you check them? Why didn't you, KG, Big Baby, why didn't y'all speak out against that? If y'all did, I missed it, but I haven't heard anything. But you guys have vehemently spoke out against Kyrie. Big Baby even going as far as saying, tacitly saying, like, yo, this could become more than just a basketball beef. Somebody could get hurt. Or maybe not so tacitly. Yeah, so let's just... it didn't just seeing black people in general that are upset. I get it, y'all are fans, and some of y'all are fans of the Celtics. But come on, let's look at the bigger scope of things. Kyrie did nothing wrong. I mean, I guess the closest thing that we have to gladiator culture and pop culture are sports, football, basketball, baseball. And with the gladiator, the warrior element comes disparagement. Is that a word? Did I make that up? Disrespect. Just think about how Achilles was. When Achilles would kill his enemies and then drag their bodies on the ground in front of their family. He would desecrate their bodies. And I guess what I'm saying is, like, on a lesser level of that, it's not, what Kyrie did is not that extreme. But I'm just trying to give you guys a context and understanding of, like, this war and gladiator, the whole gladiator element that's present in sports. But yeah, Kyrie dropped 40. I think he had like 10 rebounds, 11 dimes. He did his thing. I'm not particularly a Kyrie Irving fan, but I respect the fact that he has his own mind. I respect that. I respect that very much so. But yeah, this is a session of MACK Minutes. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Thumbs up, give me the likes. Let me know what you think about this session of MACK Minutes. Talk to me, man. It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Signing out from the Dogon. Each one teach one.